What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Yoshii. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Shelty. This is the finals. This is championship point here for Shelty. Shelty has just won 5 straight games against Yoshii. Yoshii's mental has got to be at an all-time low, but he's got to pull it together. He's got a good matchup here. I mean, all the matchups have been good. He's got a good matchup here in Poseidon versus Ra. It's a winnable matchup. Yoshii is arguably the best late game Poseidon player, or not Poseidon player, the best late game player in the game, and he's playing against Ra, who is arguably a late game centered god. Often this matchup goes late game, and we'll see if Yoshii wants to attempt to take it there, or if he's going to go for a Yoshii special where he starts to do something very strange with the strategies. Normally we've seen this matchup actually once already in this series. And Yoshii went for, it's actually like a flipped reverse the matchup. Yoshii went for a kind of, well, actually we saw, sorry, excuse me, I've misspoke. We saw the Poseidon versus Ra. This is the third time we've seen these guys actually play Poseidon versus Ra. I got it wrong. Third time. So Shelty went for it first. He went for a Cyclops push against Yoshii, and he almost made it work. It was so sick. It was one of the more creative strategies we've seen in this tournament thus far. Then, in the next series where Yoshii got Ra versus Poseidon, Yoshii went for like a 2 Towns and a Bast classical fight, semi-fast heroic. Didn't quite work out so well. Ended up faltering in that one. Then we're seeing this one. So we'll see what Yoshii's plan is. We haven't actually seen Yoshii playing the Greek side of this matchup just yet. So I'm a little bit excited to see exactly what he's going to go for and how much it's going to differ from what Shelty does. So Shelty is ready to put his houses down. He's got himself a monument up already. More houses coming around here. Lots of villagers on the wood line. It looks to me, has he got himself hunting dogs? It looks to me like Yoshii, sorry, like Shelty here, he is going for one of those later advances that we talk about for Ra. Later advance, fast second town center, fast farms, that sort of a strategy, which will give Yoshii every opportunity to do things that Yoshii wants to do. We've also seen a very low hunt map. This is super low hunt. This is exactly the type of thing that Shelty is going to want. Shelty here, low hunt, open map. This, in terms of good maps, this is exactly what Shelty wants. Yoshii here, what's he decided to do? He's getting himself out of his Theseus, going Ares. Oh, we can see an Ares rush. Is this... Yes. And the villager is so far forward. That is so far forward. What's the plan here? Wall around this tower? No, he could. He could do that. He could. I don't know. We'll see how it's going to go. Theseus pushing forward. There is a relic over here. Blue crystal shard. Not the best. 2 villagers forward here for Yoshii. He is going to be ready to get this pressure done. But the problem here for Yoshii, I'm not sure how much he's scouted this. This town center's got a gold mine on it. It's right next to it. This is a really, really good map to defend against these sorts of crazy strategies. Yoshii here, we'll see how things are going to go. But houses coming up here. The Cyclops is going to have to walk all the way across the map. He is getting himself extra favor, so he does have an intention to build some more Cyclops. As a house coming down on this front here, the Polita started up. Archery range coming up here for Yoshii as the walls coming through. Immediate reaction here. Both these villages, I'm not sure if this one sees the archery range coming through here or not, but the Cyclops is on the way. Tara is coming in a very, very late advance time here for Shelty, but he's got a lot of villagers on the gold mine for the time being. Getting as much of this gold mine out. I mean, this type of an attack might force Shelty to not go for that town center at the top here. But we'll see. While I think the town center at the top is really, really good, we'll see how it's going to go as the walls come up. And look at that from Shelty. He doesn't bother building those wall segments. This is he's just going to repair it. Yeah, this is totally legal the way that he does this. There's a different way which is less tournament legal, but this is totally legal to build the walls like this. As the Hippolyta is in, the Toxotes is in, there will be a shifting sands available. Do we see a box anywhere? No box is in. Lots of gold in the bank here. More walls coming up as Shelty is attempting to defend this as best as he possibly can. As the Wadget gets pushed back, 20 HP on that one. As the Hippolyta did so much damage there. The Pharaoh going to attempt to take down the Cyclops. Does a lot of damage. Well, that's concerned. Good micro there, though, from Yoshii to pull back. Still getting that pressure onto this position. We see another tower coming up here for Shelty. I love the defensive ideas there. Shadoof is on the way to try and get that up as fast as he possibly can. I mean, is he going to go for it? There's no way you can go for a fast heroic here, right? Off of one town center? Is that going to work against Ares where you can pestilence the Migdol stronghold? Are we seeing some more of these Cyclops coming out? 14 favor in the bank here for Yoshii. At the moment, lots of Toxotes trying to break through as the house going to get taken down, and now Yoshi's got to go, well, it's 2 towers on this position. Can I push through there? I mean, not really. It's not really possible. Husbandry coming through as well. Stray Villager gets spotted over here. Going to be able to take that one down. Get the Katoska boss over there to harass the Villager. Yes. No, it's survived. I think Yoshii is going to be in need of some more melee units. He does almost have... Wait, I think is it only a 17 favor unit? Yeah, so only 17 favor. The hard cost of the Cyclops is that food cost. As we do see the rain, we do see an armory, and man, Shelty is not faltered by this in the slightest. He hasn't gone for anything crazy. Didn't go for a barracks spam here into slingers to try and deal with those Toxotes. He's just going for heroic age, and he's going to get there as well. He's got the gold already. He's farming. He's got rain coming through with 12 farms around this town center already. That food is going to skyrocket during this rain, and Yoshii here is just sitting back. He's getting himself a town center. I mean, and he's not going to have any answer to the mass chariot archers that are going to come for him, right? I mean, he's got the scout over here, plus that gold mine on the back here. It's going to be really tough as we do see the villagers waiting up on this position. As he might even be wanting to get 3 town centers here. I mean, where else do you go? We do see Yoshii trying to gamble a little bit by moving his army up to the top side. I would assume Shelty doesn't try to just slam a Migdol stronghold down in front of these archery ranges and the villagers that are forward here. But who knows? As the house coming up on this position, a little bit housed here for Yoshii. Farms coming through as well. So Wadget moving up here, and we'll see how it's going to work. Hathor just about to hit for Shelty. Lots of gold in the bank. It's a little bit of a late uptime for a 1 town center fast heroic, but I love this wall up here, but it's a little bit late. But he's got that tower up there as well. So we did spend some extra resources on that one. So no problems where that's concerned. As the town centers are now coming down. The problem, though, for Yoshii is his army doesn't really do anything. He doesn't beat chariot archers. He doesn't beat camelry. He doesn't even beat elephants. I mean, the Cyclops beats an elephant. That's about it. There's a Migdol stronghold coming up. A siege works is also going to be coming through here. Might be a little bit early on that one. I see this happening like quite a bit again for Egyptian players, where you kind of just throw down the siege works. It only costs 25 gold, but I think in this position, just 1 villager on that siege works is completely fine. As the villagers trying to get this wall up here to prevent that gold mine from getting grabbed. Over here we see 500 gold coming in with the 3 town centers up for Yoshii. Yoshii's basically just said, "Oh, that was a beautiful split there. That was so good." The split! My God! Yoshii takes 0 damage. 0 damage to the Locust. He needed that. He needed that split, and he got it. And now Okay, so no locust to worry about. 3 town centers to 1 town center. We do see the villagers trying to come up through here, but the wall looks like it will just barely get finished over here. As the Theseus is going to attempt to get a little bit of damage done. Wall segment going to come through here as well to block that position. Nice play where that's concerned, as the villager does end up getting taken out. Meanwhile, on this position, we do see the chariot archers starting to come in. Yoshii needs to make some cavalry, needs to get to the next age, needs to do something a little bit differently here as the Cyclops gets the cavalry. Yes! Doesn't get it onto those chariot archers though, but... very rare to see the Cyclops actually getting value out of his special attack, but he did manage to do that there. As some more farms going to be coming up on that position there as well. Chariot archers hanging out over here, thinking about what they want to do. More units popping out of the Migdol stronghold. And the town center for Shelty is going to be on the way. Shelty going to need to get some damage done here. I think that's the big thing. He's got the population advantage. Going to need to get some damage done. We do see some walls coming up. The army not quite in position to defend this one just yet. And I think Yoshii could... I mean, he didn't use his... didn't go for Hermes, so he can't just use Ceasefire. Ceasefire right now would be a great god power. Potentially, like, having found that Migdol stronghold to just Pestilence on... would have been a nice way to kind of prevent himself from getting all of this pressure. And as the villagers turn around, get a little bit of shanky shanks. As the villagers get some damage. He's like, shank, I'll kill you. No worries. But still, no cavalry out just yet for Yoshii. Is trying to just spam villagers as best as he can. But more units are going to come through. This wall's still not up over here to prevent more units from coming in. And these Toxotes are just so slow here. Plow coming through for Yoshii. These villages on this wood line are also open for the taking there. And you see Shelty just getting so much value out of 8 chariot archers here. Meanwhile, on this position as well, we see the Toxotes that are popping out, just getting murdered. But the tower here helping out as well. Shelty, Yoshii's got to be paying attention on that one. He's also allowing now Shelty to grab so many different gold mines. This damage is big here from Shelty, as he's going to pull back. And we'll see how things are going to go here, as the Toxotes still chasing around. Villager differential still in favor of Yoshii, but he's losing a lot of stuff here thus far. He's starting to get the walls all up. Armory coming down as well, as obviously Yoshii wants to get to the heroic age. So that's going to be the idea here. He wants to get to the heroic age. We'll see if he can, as the Cyclops trying to push forward, trying to get these chariot archers. After all is said and done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Toxotes die, 1 chariot archer dies. Chariot archers are such a strong unit. The villagers over here are going to be pulling away. And do we see any sort of cavalry? No. The farms are up. 64 villages to 53. Third town center coming through for Shelty. I mean, in the end of the day here, killing Yoshii here is going to be challenging. Gold in the base, plenty of gold in the base with 1,500 remaining. Gold mine over here, nice and safe. Town centers behind these walls, nice and safe. The base is very, very good for both players here after all the town centers are set up. So getting a win is going to be challenging at this point. We'll see how things are going to go, but shaft mine coming through for Shelty. Really nice. Shifting sands. He's got the cavalry in. Shelty is going for a shifting sands push here. He's got the villagers in as well. And the cavalry is going to hit this position. Shifting sands onto the town center. Comes through. Shelty taking down the town center nearly instantly. Villagers shanking down the siege tower. Villagers pulling back over here. Pharaoh over here needs to get targeted down as well. Siege works. Barracks getting thrown up on that position. The army coming into position there as well. The villagers turning around to pick off the siege tower, but too little too late there. The town center is already gone as the units coming through. Can Yoshii defend here or not? Great micro there from Shelty, dodging the Toxotes, but the Cyclops comes in, picks up that cavalry, also picks off the Pharaoh, I believe, and a chariot archer with that throw technique, as the militia coming through here to help out ever so much there. But the army gets absolutely cleaned, and Yoshii here, he needs to get units out to defend. He's starting to build those cavalry, but there's nothing left remaining for him over on this position. Not only that, the gold mine there is now going to be tough to grab. He does have a gold mine over here he could potentially get to. He's got this gold mine over here as the cavalry trying to sneak through onto that position. Irrigation coming through there as well as we see a secret sneaky ghost building there by Yoshii to try and keep his villagers alive on that position as more units are going to come through up here. The army of Yoshii trying to defend here as best as he can, but can he manage to make that work as the town center is getting the damage done underneath these buildings? Hippocon is starting to spam out here. Lots and lots of resources in the bank for Yoshii. He needs to spend those resources there as the cavalry here getting sniped down by those villagers. Nice play where that's concerned, but the army is in. The villagers are still hanging out over here for Shelty, but he doesn't have any gold here to spam stuff. You can try and grab this location over here. It also gets a priest out. I like that idea. Priest out, empowerment, get the buildings up nice and fast. Buildings getting taken down over here as well. More Toxotes are getting trained. The militia are going to come through to help kind of get a little bit of damage done, but Shelty, Yoshii here is now going to be going to the heroic age, and he's trying to delay as much as he can as the siege towers are coming through. 9 villagers here. The best way to defend this is to attack with units, attack with villagers at the same time. When the siege towers pull back with your army, pull back with your villagers. Great play there from Yoshii, and that exchange is going to have to continue for the next nearly 30 seconds, or just over 30 seconds here. Once the heroic age hits, I'm sure he's going to be able to help defend that. As the town center now coming up for Shelty there. Sorry, yes, the town center there coming up for Shelty as the villagers managing to defend this position nicely, but lots of villager deaths coming through while this is all going on. Those Wadgets, they might not seem like much, but they're doing 16 damage a second here, ladies and gentlemen. 16 damage a second. That's a lot of damage. So the town center is still going down. Aphrodite about to hit. Kurt's going to be able to get dropped. Plus, the Atlanta is going to be able to come out here as the villagers pop out yet again. The Atlanta is going to be able to clean up those Wadgets red hot fast. We see the Theseus coming out over here. Town center is up for Shelty. Shelty's already at 148 of nearly 150 of 180 population here as the town center almost goes down. Will it go down here as the siege tower is one more shot off? 23 HP remaining on that town center as the Atlanta is also going to be popping out here in an attempt to keep this one alive, but another siege tower manages to come in, takes the town center down. Yoshii is down to 1 town center now as another Nemean Lion is out here. The Wadgets take out the Nemean Lions so fast here as well. It's not going to be an easy defense here for Yoshii at all. Another Migdol stronghold is coming up, and Shelty feels victory in his grasp here, ladies and gentlemen. The Migdol stronghold gets pestilence here to prevent any sort of reinforcements from coming through. Yoshii's army is now out in full force. 108 of 115 population. He's spending all of his resources as best as he can, but the Wadgets are still getting max value here as the Atlanta comes through finally to start getting some damage done. But Shelty is so far in front. He's also sending mercenary cavalry through here. Toxotes are defending nicely. Cannot be throwing that Atlanta away onto those spearmen. Now we see the Hippolyta coming through to help take out those Wadgets and make some sort of advantage here in this fight. But the Wadgets are pulled back beautifully. This Atlanta is still not quite in the right position here. Needs to get those Wadgets taken out here as best as she can, but just still not quite getting through there. As soon as she pops up, the spearmen target her down, and she gets cleaned up so quickly there as the Wadgets are still getting max value here. As Yoshii pulls back, Stables getting taken down on this position. The Toxotes getting some huge amounts of damage done onto those spearmen there as well. Heavy spearmen coming through for Shelty as well is going to give him even more of an advantage there onto this position. And in the end, Yoshii taps out, and Shelty gets not 1, but 2 clean sweeps here in this finals as he beats Yoshii in 6 games. That was absolutely insane, to say the very least here. What a series from Shelty. What an absolute series from Shelty. He is the winner of Divine Intervention #1. He's beaten everyone that stood in front of him. Congratulations to Shelty for that one. I don't know what else to say. We'll see if he's going to be able to get an interview. But before we do that, I would love to give a big shout out to everyone who helped out with this tournament. We've got the commentators who stepped in and casted some games throughout the tournament. We got Black Adder, we got Count Von Count, Soup, Iron Maiden, Punkstar, the Rapple, all helping out with streaming of this tournament, as well as the moderators in my stream who get to help out and try and give me some ideas for the ways to run these things. I really appreciate that as well. And obviously to the players for taking part in a bit of an experiment here with this tournament. The first one that we've done, I will definitely be asking them for their advice or feedback, I should say, on this tournament and ways to improve it. But all in all, I think it went better than expected. Really, really fun tournament. Hopefully going to be able to run a Divine Intervention 2 at some point. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.